to New Music Live with Conor Maynard. Just so you know, you're getting a lot of love from Canada. You are trending on Twitter right now, as well as New Music Live.
That's
so
amazing. That's amazing. That makes me feel really warm inside.
I feel like the group of maniacs is continuing to grow.
Definitely. That's amazing, though. That's exactly what we want.
That's a good thing.
Perfect.
So your album Contrast is going to be out this summer.
Yes.
And I know that you've already been working with some pretty amazing people.
Yeah.
I saw this photo actually of you with Ludacris.
Yes.
In the studio there. Like, what was the biggest thing you learned from Ludacris?
I mean, he only passed through the studio very briefly. I was actually working with Pharrell Williams over in Miami when he passed through, and you know, it's so crazy the way like you see him kind of in his creative kind of mode. I mean, like he was just listening to the tracks that I've been recording with Pharrell, and just the way he kind of zones out and like sits back and just closes his eyes and he's kind of like. I was like, what's happening? Is he gonna hurt me? But no, he was really cool, and you know, he was just really supportive about it. He said, man, like. It's going to be big, so it was really cool to hear that from, you know, someone who's so massive in the music industry, so it was really cool.
And as you said, you're in the studio with Pharrell, one of the biggest producers in the world.
Yes.
And there's a photo of you and Pharrell right now. Like,
yes.
Were you intimidated? Like, how do you...
I was extremely nervous when I was going. I mean, I kind of found out about a month prior to actually going, so I was a bit worried I'd get there and he'd be like, who are you again? And I'd be like, Conor. And I'd be like, it'd be a really pointless session, but I got there and, you know, he was so excited to go. Like, he told me he'd been watching my covers since like 3 years before. He'd pretty much been watching them from the very beginning, watching it grow. And when he reached out, it was actually to sign me. It wasn't to work in the studio, it was to sign me, but he didn't realize I was already signed. So then he's like, you know what, we'll get in the studio anyway, and it was amazing, so it was really cool.
Now he has said, I read a quote from him actually, that you will change the face of pop music.
Maybe.
That's a pretty huge statement. Like, especially coming from Pharrell.
Yes.
And like, do you feel like there's this pressure to live up to that expectation?
I'm just excited about it. I think, you know, hearing those things from, you know, such massive people, people that I've looked up to kind of while I've been listening to music growing up, I think it's just amazing to hear that. And, you know, whether it happens or not, I know these guys have got my back anyway, so it's really good.
Most important.
Definitely.
Yeah, and I saw another photo that you were with Tyler, the Creator.
Yeah.
Who seems like kind of a... There he is. I don't know what's wrong. He obviously broke his hand or something.
Oh, man, it looks like I broke my face. What is that? What is that?
Were you starstruck at all when going and working and running into these guys?
I think just meeting with people is kind of hard not to wet yourself. I think you've got to kind of just like, you've got to be trying to be really normal, and you've got to remember, all right, I'm an artist as well, I can't just cry in front of him. I was like trying to keep it together, but they're just really cool people, and they're really down to earth as well, so, you know, it makes it easier for you.
What did Tyler, the Creator, say? Because he seems like kind of a...
He was crazy.
He seems like he's got some...
He's mad. He is mad, but, you know, he's really cool at the same time. He was kind of saying, like, he didn't expect it. Like, he was waiting and listening, and Pharrell was like, listen to this. And he was a bit like, okay. So he listened to it, and then he was like, man, this sounds like some off-the-wall Michael Jackson kind of stuff. And I was like, that's an amazing comparison. I really like that. So that was really cool to hear it from him. So it was really cool.
And speaking of comparisons, I mean, there's been a lot of comparisons. Obviously, a lot of people are calling you the British Justin Bieber. But what do you think of those comparisons?
I think, you know, comparisons are kind of things that you get when you're kind of early in your career. People want to know who's he trying to be, like what's he trying to be, and I feel like, you know, to be compared to Justin Bieber, someone who's so massive in the music industry so early on, is like, it's crazy, it's like an honor, but at the same time I feel like what I'm releasing and what he's kind of doing, it kind of cuts through that comparison. It's kind of a different sound, and we're both going for different things, but yeah, I feel like even any other comparison, I feel like I just can't wait to get to the point where people are being compared to me, and people are saying, oh, he's trying to be the next Conor Maynard. That's why I'm waiting, like, to be that unique artist, so that's what I'm waiting for, definitely.
Do you think there's ever a possible collaboration there? A little Canadian...
We'll have to see.
Who knows?
Canada versus UK. See what happens.
All right, we've got
I'm not going to say who's going to win, because you'll be like,
We've got another huge fan here. We want to take some time for them. Obviously, as you can see, there's so many here, and our host Phoebe is with her.
First of all, I just want to say how adorable you are, and everyone behind me keeps saying "aw" at everything you're doing, so thank you. You're so cute.
Thank you very much.
But yeah, Nadia here wants to ask you a question, and she's got this really cool shirt she made just for you, so you ready?
Yeah. I love the t-shirt. I love that.
Thank you. So what do you miss most about home when you're on the road?
Ooh, what do I miss most about home? I think it's just got to be being with my family. I think, you know, like I live... I'm still a man though, so it's fine. No, I think, you know, I live by myself in London now. I have my own place, and I think, yeah, no, sometimes it's a bit kind of difficult. Although my mum does make sure she rings me at least 17 times a day, so it's all good. But I think, you know, not seeing your family sometimes, it can be difficult, but when I do see them, it's amazing. So it balances itself out, so it's all good.
Aw.
That's very sweet. Great question. Thank you. Connor,
very much.
we still got a little bit longer with you,
Yes.
so don't go anywhere. And we're going to talk more about your album and who's been listening to it. But
Definitely.
right now, let's get into another one of your favorite videos here that you picked. Rack
What's
City.
we go for? Let's go for... You should pick it for me. I was trying to do the thinking pause, like, How about some,
Let's check it out.
Rack City chick, rack City chick, rack City chick, rack City chick.